أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. Welcome to the Quranic journey of Let's Read and Recite the Quran-e-Kareem. Inshallah, in this video we are going to compare the English language and the language of Quran-e-Kareem, Arabic, to help you in the process of learning how to read and recite the Quran-e-Kareem. Remember that 4 important points are going to be mentioned about the differences and similarities of these two languages. So stay with us and watch the video till the end to learn these important points because they are very necessary for you as beginners. The first important point is about the number of alphabet letters in these two languages. You know that in English we have 26 alphabet letters, but remember that in Arabic we have 29 alphabet letters. If we compare these two groups of alphabet letters, we will find out that most of them are the same in pronunciation and names, but only some of them are different that you don't need to worry because inshallah you will learn them in a very interesting way. The second important point is about the names and sounds of these letters. Each letter in both groups has a name and produces a special sound. But remember that we have to pay more and closer attention to the sounds that these letters make because we do not speak in letters or with names. Instead, we speak with the sounds that these groups of letters produce. For example, in English, for the word Quran book, we do not say I have, a Quran book. Instead, we put all the sounds of the letters together and say I have a Quran book, all right? Likewise, in Arabic, we do not say ba, sin, mim, alif, lam, ha, alif, lam, ra, ha, mim, nun, alif, lam, ra, ha, ya, mim. Instead, we put all the sounds of these letters together and say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So it is very important to pay close attention to the sounds produced by these letters. You might ask how? Let me guide you with this. Inshallah, while pronouncing each letter in Arabic alphabet letters, you will hear one of these two sounds. Remember that two sounds, one of these two sounds you will hear. Either you will hear a heavy ah sound like ah, opening your mouth vertically and saying ah, okay? Ah. To help you with this, inshallah, I will use the word awesome, okay? This will help you understand how to produce the sound of that letter. Or a light a sound like opening your mouth horizontally and saying all right? To help you with this, I will use the word happy face or apple to help you with this, okay? Apple, happy face, right? Sound or awesome word, awesome sound, happy face sound, okay? Or apple sound, all right? So it is clear that in Arabic we have two different letters, light letters and heavy letters. The same as English. In English as well we have light letters and heavy letters. Light letters like B or S, yes? Heavy letter like R, awesome sound, all right? Happy face or like ba. In Arabic we have ba, in English we have B or S, right? You don't say S, B, yeah? You say S. You don't say, for example, R, you say R, all right? There might be again a question that how should I produce this heavy sound? No worries, you just need to raise the whole tongue up or the back side or the bottom side of your tongue up. For example, in Arabic letters we have ra, kha, sad. It doesn't have anything to do with your lips. A lot of people, okay, they try to circle their lips. That's wrong, okay? You don't need to do it. Simply just say ra, kha, sad, dad, qaf. All right, you don't need to do qaf, sad, ra, kha. That's wrong, okay? You don't need to do this. And for happy letters, it's very easy. You just need to make a happy face and saying simply ba, ta. All right? MashaAllah. That said, let's go to the next important point. The third important point, which is really important, is the writing forms of the alphabet letters. You know, we put the alphabet letters together to make words, sentences, to use them in our speaking and conversations. So due to this, the alphabet letters can take different forms based on the position that they have in our words. Sometimes these alphabet letters are used alone, sometimes they are used in words connected to one another. As you know, the letters in English are written in two different forms, in capital form and in small form. So this helps you use both forms in your writings. Like you don't write all the letters in capital as book, B-O-O-K, this way. Instead, you use a capital B at the beginning, two small O at the middle, and one small K at the end, this way, right? Book. Likewise, in Arabic, we have different forms of alphabet letters, but they are not called capital letters or small letters. In Arabic, we have 4 different forms for each letter based on the position that it takes in the word. So, if the letter is used by itself alone, it's called the isolated form of the letter, like this: alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, and so on. If the letter is used at the beginning of a word, it's called the initial form of the letter, like qaf in Quran. If it is used in the middle of a word, it's called the medial form of the letter. As you see, sin, the letter sin, in the word bismi, it's written in medial form. And finally, if it is used at the end of a word, it's called the final form of the letter, as fa in the word kayfa, it's written in final form. So remember them well, 4 different forms for each letter: isolated form, initial form, medial form, and final form. The reason why Arabic alphabet letters have 4 different forms is when you build a word, you need to combine and connect the letters together to get a word, like this. If you put the letters side by side and not connected, it is not a word. It's called the isolated forms of the letters. But in English, you don't connect or combine the letters together. Instead, you put the letters side by side like this to get a word. Yes? That's it. So it is very important, and we really have to master these different forms of alphabet letters, inshallah, to be able to understand and identify these letters while reciting and reading the Quran Kareem or any Arabic book. The good news is that no worries, because Allah Almighty is there to help and guide us, because we are the students of Quran and also the students of Islam. So let's go to the last point, the 4th one. This is as well a new point, and you need to consider this one as well. The last important point is the way of writing in both languages. You know that in English, the writing starts from left and runs to right, this way. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and so on. Let's read and recite the Quran Kareem. On the opposite, Arabic writing starts from right and runs to left, this way. Alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, this way. That's it, brothers and sisters. You really need to consider these 4 important points, although there are some other points related to the differences and similarities, but for beginners like us, I think it is enough. But remember that we will practice all these important points and consider them while covering each alphabet letter. So it's going to be, inshallah, interesting and easy. Before we end, let me tell you that we have 20 sessions in our level 1 Quranic lessons, I mean the Quranic journey for beginners, and after we finish, inshallah, these sessions, we'll start the level 2 of our Quranic lessons. Thank you so much. God bless you, inshallah. See you in the next video with the first session of alphabet letters. Have a nice time. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tahirin.